Whenever I think of the Bohr's model of the atom and electron shells, it makes me think of my mother, who was particularly good at interior decorating, especially curtains. Now, curtains are really useful things. They can block light or the critical view of your neighbor. And there's thousands of different types of curtains, but the ones that stuck out in my mind the most were called valence curtains. Valence curtains are the useless little scrap of fabric that you put up near the curtain rod that don't really do anything. And I was always convinced that curtain makers, after using the fabric to make a set of curtains, would take whatever scrap was left over and then make the decision, do I throw this in the ocean or do I put a sticker that says $14.99 on it and convince someone to buy it? So I know it's not what it really means, but in my mind, the word valence always meant the leftover stuff. And with electron shells, you have various energy levels that go outward. You have low energy electrons in a low orbit, kind of slugging around near the nucleus. Then you have the office workers in a middle shell that are kind of industrious. Then you have these high energy electrons out in the outer shells doing kickflips and whatever. And in the furthest energy shell outward, the outermost energy shell is called the valence electrons. And in my mind, that means all the leftover electrons that didn't fit down in the lower energy shells. Now, based on what element we're talking about, it's going to have a different atomic number, which means a different number of protons and electrons. And that's going to mean it's going to have a different number of electron shells. In the lowest energy shell, it always maxes out at 2 electrons. The next shell always maxes out at 8, then 18, and so on. And once all those energy shells are full, depending on what element we're talking about with what atomic number, it throws the rest of the electrons out in the valence shell. And the valence shell always maxes out at 8 electrons. And that's important later when we start talking about insulators and conductors.